Lakers 87, Mavericks 79. As we get set to start the fourth period, the Mavericks ran off 10 straight field goals before James Worthy's miss at the buzzer over the last 6 minutes. And Worthy, with 14 points in that period, leading the way, now has 24 for the game. So it was the third period, Tommy, when the Lakers stood up and took charge.
Well, that's when a champion knows that they can't make mistakes. They played error-free basketball and very, very aggressive defense that helped create a little bit of confusion in the minds of the Mavs.
Now the Mavericks go to some full-court pressure against Worthy, Cooper, Johnson, Thompson, and Green. Green still resting over there. He went out with the 4 personal fouls. For the Mavericks, it's Perkins, Harper, Aguirre, Blackman, and Tarpley. Mavericks keep the pressure up on the ball. Harper hounding Magic. They start this period trailing it by 8.
And when you stop pressing the Lakers, sometimes you end up in serious trouble, because when the ball's in Magic's hands, he's going to find the open man no matter what.
Hartley has jumped out on him and then trying to pass the ball up. There was a 3-second violation. Aguirre is injured. Take a look at what happened here and see if we can tell. It's like he was reaching down at his wrist, but he seemed to be in a great deal of agony over there. He has gone to the side. Well, James Brown will go over and find out for us on that reaching in. He seemed to be injured on it, going for the ball. So he is out right now. Perkins back with Donaldson and Tarpley up front. Now it's Harper and it's Perkins. So many times a team loses a star and the rest of the players will suddenly pick it up, realizing that the big man is not on the floor. I'm not saying this is going to happen now with the Mavericks, but it has been the case in several sports in the past. 87-81, 11-minute mark.
Much more aggressive defense now by the Mavs.
Johnson missing. Donaldson over to Blackman.
The way you come back against the Lakers is basket by basket, slow, good shot every time. No wild.
Perkins going to work on the inside. Back-to-back field goals for Sam Perkins. He's given up his three-point game and he's decided to play in there with the big threes.
Well, with Kareem on the bench, the Beef brothers are in there and they're giving a good account of themselves. Perkins, Tarpley, and Donaldson.
Riley will send Scott back into the game soon. Thompson coming the baseline. Couldn't get it to fall. Tarpley trying to run it down for the Mavericks, and the ball was out of bounds. Scott returns. A.C.Green sits down.
Got it. This is a very small team. Magic's playing up front now, and Cooper and Scott in the backcourt. They're going to get very aggressive with their offense. Their defense.
Tommy, it appeared to be the fingers they were working on Aguirre's hand over there. Thompson left alone, taps it back in, makes it 89-83.
Like a baseball catcher, I think that's what happened to Mark Aguirre. He hit the ball with his fingers straight on and jammed it.
Tarpley from outside, way off with that shot. Magic gives it to Worthy. Knocked away and out of bounds. What a fabulous defensive play. And we've got a timeout. 9:30 to go. Lakers lead the Mavericks at number 7 by 6 points. The Lakers at the half led by a point. Then they shot 67% over the next 12 minutes. They took an 87-79 lead after 3. The Mavericks are without Mark Aguirre. Let's go to James Brown and get a status report. James?
All right, Brent, I just talked to the Mavericks team doctor, and he said that Mark has had bruised knuckles on his non-shooting hand all year long. He aggravated it on that recent play where his fingers were bent completely back. Not very serious. I asked the doctor if, in fact, it's on his non-shooting hand, that should be a good sign. He said absolutely not. Mark Aguirre shoots with both hands. Back to you, Brent.
All right, James, thank you. 9:30 left in the game, 89-83. With Aguirre watching, his teammates trailing it by 6.
You know what they need more than anything else from Aguirre is the reading of the game situation. And Tarpley is not going to give it to him, and I don't think Perkins will either.
They are both out there along with Harper, Donaldson. Blackman certainly can read it. He's been around. Magic coming, ships to Cooper. The three, his second here in the second half. 92-83.
Magic just gets you going for the penetration, and they spot him up in the corner. That's been a long-standing play of the Lakers.
Harper over for Perkins. They've turned it over against some tough Laker defense. Magic. Timeout, Dallas. The Lakers were without a single fast break point in the first half of this championship game. Now in the second half, Tommy, they have exploded for 11, and defense set it up.
They sure did, and that's what they count on, the aggressive defense. Now you look at them all back in the paint, and as soon as the ball gets inside, it gets swarmed against 2 men, 3 men. It goes outside. There's a penetration, but they surround it, cut down the passing angle, and once it gets in Magic's hands, and they get people out in front of him, he's tough.
Magic Johnson has been in 24 playoff series with the Los Angeles Lakers, and they are 20-4 overall behind his leadership. They build an 11-point lead in this game. That is their biggest lead. Inside of 8:40 left at number 7. Foul against Los Angeles. It's against Byron Scott. That's his first of the game. Perkins moving up to shoot 2. The Lakers have scored 7 unanswered points to build that 11-point lead.
Still plenty of time for the Mavs if they can control themselves, their emotions, play some, have a couple of stops, and then play good inside offense.
During that break, Aguirre checked back in to test that injured left hand. Barking out some instructions because Harper was backing in toward Cooper. Off a fake, it's Worthy. Aguirre rebounds, wraps it up.
What good defense that time by Perkins. Never went for the fake and was right on Worthy's shooting hand.
Magic taking Aguirre on the inside, so Tarpley comes up. He was fouled. Thompson guarding him, and Tarpley will step up to that free throw line.
When this man really learns to play with his back to the basket and feel comfortable about it, Roy Tarpley is going to be one fantastic basketball player because he's got the mobility to make the moves on the catch, which always makes a man who plays with his back to the basket 3 times as dangerous.
Free throw is so important now. The Mavericks cannot pick up much ground if they're going to continue to shoot 50% from the line. There, they missed both of them. Scott and Magic, Worthy, Thompson, and Cooper with Kareem still watching. Deflected by Tarpley, a taller man against that pass. This time Blackman got a hand on it. Now Scott comes back on the inside.
When Scott first came here, the Lakers didn't talk to him for a great period of time, but somehow or other I think they're having lots of conversations with him now.